What's good, guys? Can y'all hear me? I'm not sure if you guys are on. I changed the thing. Of course, um, FVG spotter, I see you. Hello. I'm trying to figure out how to. Like, of course, when I did this all before, I can now see you guys on the screen. You guys can hear me. All right, thank you. Like, for whatever reason, on this screen, it like zooms in. And this morning, it had fixed. Now it's back to how it was before. So, like, I can see you. I can see your messages over here. Hopefully it's on time this time and not like heavily delayed. But let's kind of get into what we could be looking for today. Now, on stream, we've seen Fridays your boy gets cooked, right? So let's just keep it a beat, right? We've been getting smoked on Fridays. So, um again, I'm looking for this fair value gap to see if price wants to trade up into here and see if we can target this AM session low, let alone this Friday. Um, what would it be called? Friday uh, London low right here. Now we do have this gap here with this order block here. And inside of this order block on the 4-hour chart, we have this fair value gap. Now this would be OTE. You take this high to this low, entry. So this high to this low was good, teacher. We have this fair value gap here. So does it need to trade all the way up here? No, it does not. Yeah, let's close out with a dub. Yeah, we gotta close out with a dub. This gotta be the Friday where we close out with a dub, right? Um, it's gotta be right. We're 0-2 the last two Fridays. Like we gotta get a dub this Friday. But we could trade up into here and look to see if we could trade softer. Again, I believe that this was the high of the week. This was the profile that we got here. This was Tuesday high. We fell short, hit the rejection block, created this displacement. So yesterday, looking for lower prices, that's what we got. So that was pretty nice. I really want to start getting into trading with the like the FTMO and all those accounts because those accounts you can kind of hold. So taking an entry off here, stop loss above there, and even closing it down here, closing it down there, looking to see if we can get any portion down here. Again, that would be just higher time frame, like I would say swing trading for me, because with the funded accounts, with those things, you have to close it after the day, which doesn't allow for these types of moves to get taken, let alone you have this fair value gap. So yeah, this is what I'd want to see at market open to see if we can kind of come up here. We also are at the March opening price. Shout out Aber for that one. He's been getting me right. But we're at the March opening price right now. So in that, I don't have the exact price number because I don't have it on this one, but it's 24,684.75. That's the March opening price for NASDAQ. So we're just hovering at that right now. We could want to punch up into it above. And just remember the 4-hour chart, we have this order block there. And we don't have a fair value gap there, but on the hourly chart, you see it there. So that's what I'd be looking for. And again, this would be a turtle soup because if there's a fair value gap on one time frame, you're going to see a swing high on the lower time frame, which is obviously there. But if you keep going lower, I'm sure we'll find a swing high right at this. Yeah, so here's a swing high here on the 5-minute chart. That's a turtle soup when it trades up into that. So anytime it trades into a fair value gap, you're technically trading turtle soup if you know it or not. So that's it right there. And then intraday levels, I usually like to look at the midnight opening price. Where are we in comparison to the midnight opening price? And then where are we in comparison to the yesterday's opening price and yesterday's closing price on a regular trading hours close, opening and close. So not just yesterday's price action, but also the previous day's regular trading hours, because I think that that's also important. And what type of PD arrays, what do we find inside of that? So that's what we're looking for. And I mean, obviously look on an hourly chart or the 15-minute chart, right? So this is Monday, if you just look higher time frame, we've done nothing because we're pretty much right near opening price again. So we ran up, we've come down. This would be like consolidation, which we can tell that's what we're already in that type of mode right now. So we got lower, which is what I didn't want to see like already. Like I would have liked to see it kind of, if it came lower, come up here, come up and then run lower. That's what I wanted to see, and then take out this low, but we just gapped below. So there's nothing we can do about that. But in terms of this, I want to see a trade up here into this hourly gap and then reverse. So if we can find some type of reversal pattern and see if we can take out this and down there as well to the AM session low that we fell short of right here. So I feel like this is kind of building liquidity, and then we'll want to see a trade up into here and down there. Can I also ask, how is the stream for you guys? I don't have the Ethernet cord yet. I think it's downstairs, so I'll get it for the next stream, but it seems to be fine and not lagging. I don't see any frames are being dropped, so if that's the case, just let me know. And hopefully you guys can hear me well enough, because it's just a speaker through the Mac. So hopefully that's fine. I'm not too low or anything like that. Yeah, so overall though, as you can tell, ES is weaker. If we go to that, ES is weaker just in terms of, let's just look at the opening range gap, or the new week opening gap. Look how we're below it. Also in the middle of it, if we look at NQ, we're above it slightly, but it's a little bit weaker in terms of on ES than it is with NQ. So, but we'll see what we get today. By the way, practice was interesting. If you guys want to know that, I can talk about that. That was pretty. It was pretty. Yeah, I guess I'll start with that. So, the first practice I had yesterday, we get there and they're like, "Oh, yo, we have conditioning." I'm like, "What do you mean conditioning?" I was just, Anyways, so we do the 300-yard shuttles. So for those of you who do not know what that is running 50 yards, running back, and doing that 3 times. And it was timed. I think like 50 something seconds. I don't know, 52 seconds. I don't know exactly what it was. So I did the first one, got it done, and then he was like, "Well, if you haven't passed, for those of you who didn't pass, come back and run it again." So I'm like, I passed, like I'm good. Coach says, "Brandon, come here." I'm like, ain't no way I didn't pass it. I was the first one. How did I not pass this? He's like, he was like, "Yeah, can you just run another one?" I was like, sure, why not, right? Why not run another 300 yards before practice, right? Why not? But anyways, I do it. After it, my legs are cooked. I'm talking about, like, when you squat and your legs feel like Jello? That's how my legs felt. And so then we go into indies. And I'm like trying to like plant and stuff. I'm like, if this is how my legs feel the whole practice, they might as well send me home. Because there's no way. There's no way I'm about to be out here running routes like this. Thankfully, my my legs, came back to life, and then I was able to practice. But the practice was fun. It reminded me of back when I was in Potsdam, and so I really enjoyed it. So now let's focus up now. Let's get this dub so we can get a nice little turtle soup here, turtle soup action. So it may not even need to trade up into that. That's just what I kind of want to see. Yeah, no one else has said anything. But I'm telling you, it's just so weird. There we go. Okay, so if I do this, look, we're getting there. Now I can see y'all. Wait, is it blurry for you guys? Why can't I see that? Come on, bro. course I can't see the chat now. Bro, what is... Okay, something's wrong here. Anyway, I'm still watching the price. Still watching price. But something's wrong. Is it blurry for you guys? Can someone let me know? Go to the intraday charts now. Because for whatever reason, it's showing me two different things right now. Looks okay. You're on your phone. Okay. The issue I'm having right now is a pop-up chart. So when I have the pop-up chart and I click over here, then I can't see the chat no more. I don't know what just happened. Hold on, let me do this real quick. Sorry, you guys are not going to be able to see anything for a second. I'm going to go back to the disclaimer chart just so I can fix something up real quick. I'm telling you, like, all before I get on here, I'm telling you, I check everything. It looks fine. When I come back here, and it's like, the thing don't want to work. Okay. Now let's see if we can do it like this. Go back again because I couldn't see you guys. Yeah, I think something's wrong. I don't know why this is doing this. If I could just figure out how to do that, then it's fine. Because now I can't see. We're looking for lower prices. That's it. We have news at 10 o'clock, right? So we have to focus on that. And I'm waiting for 10 o'clock right now. So that's my... Or maybe I have to switch these, which I don't want to. I'll figure it out next week. But for whatever reason, as long as it's good on your guys' end, and I can see some of it, because right now I can't see any of your chats or anything, and I don't know why that's the case. Yeah, because the last thing I see is hello teacher say let's close out with a dub. But let's go back. Let's go to a little lower time frame right now. Okay, wait, now I can see. So, am I delayed on to you guys? I don't know. Hopefully this Ethernet cord and this can be figured out because I don't know why it looks so zoomed in. I wish I could show you guys what I'm talking about. But again, so we traded up. Oh, you guys can't see. On ES, look how we traded up into this wick. Notice how we're not seeing that same thing here. Now, this is an hourly fair value gap, so I would have liked to see a trade up into here and then break it down. Oh shoot, my fault. My fault. There you go. Now I know you guys can see. So notice how, well, it's doing it now. But what I was showing you was ES had traded up into this wick where NQ had not done it yet, so we're not doing that. Yeah, thank you for telling me that my disclosure thing was on. I wouldn't have noticed. So this hourly fair value gap, I want to see a straight up into and then break down. Now we have news at 10. So it's all depending on, what's happening. Also, we're above the midnight opening price, so which means that we'd be in a premium market in terms of on the daily range. We'd be at a premium market. And we're inside the regular trading hours, opening price and closing price currently, and we'd be up in a premium with that as well between the previous day. So we're up in a premium of that as well. So a lot of premium prices being offered inside of this OTE range. Now again, it doesn't have to trade all the way up here. This is just where I would have liked to see the trade to. This could remain open to be a breakaway gap, which means that here should definitely be hit today. Because I would be expecting it to, since it's leaving gaps open and showing the willingness to trade higher and breaking down, that would give me the confidence that we should have minimum traded here and definitely below this sell side right here. Now we do have to be careful about the rejection block as well here. So not careful, but just keep an eye on it. I know I have it. Rejection block. There it is. So this is a 5-minute chart. Again, I'm wanting to be a little more cautious and waiting until 10 o'clock. Just with how the price action is being, but ideally, I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but we just have to see it break down. I would have just liked for it to trade up to this here first. That's just what I would like. Again, turtle soup up into these highs, breaking this. This would be the order block here. So we trade up into this range at all. You could short. So, which it didn't give it to us at all. You have equal lows right here where you could take one partial off here. If it can even trade up there, it might not give it to us. You look at those clean lows there. So let's see what these lows are. I would ideally probably go for these ones to take first partial off there. I want to take 2 here if it can trade up into that range. It may not be able to give it to us before it just melts, but I want to see if it can trade up into that range. So it did it there. So it filled it there. TP would be down here. And we'll see if this this can hold. Now if it goes all the way up to that hourly gap, that's fine. We'll take another short there. Well, if it breaks down, obviously, not just randomly just gonna buy or sell in. So let me just keep this here. Then targeting down here. So we might get stopped out, that's fine. So if it does go up there, I'll take that one and look for the reversal up there as well. And take this off on here. There we go. So the fact that it closed right through that, I didn't do it either, is not beneficial for the trade. Okay. So we hit the midnight opening price as well. And that's kind of like the reaction that we got. Now we do have this rejection block. Now it could want to react off of that. Just the fact that it ran through this is obviously not ideal. But you know, it just is what it is. If it ends up trading up here and taking out this high and then shows rejection up there, then we'll just take that. Because ES right now is trading higher, so I'm assuming we're gonna get stopped out here. Yeah, so got stopped out there. Let me put the execution marks on. Okay, so got stopped out there on this. So now my next thing is to wait for that. I didn't think they were gonna get that from that reaction there, but we could. For me, putting a stop loss up here makes no sense. That to me makes no sense above this high. So we'll see. We shall see. So up here is right below the opening price from midnight. I mean from the regular trading hours. So we may want to drop there, and then turtle soup that. And then again, I would wait for a what am I trying to say? I'd wait for a up close candle to get close below, and then I would take that trade. That's how I would look at that. So you have a breaker here, trade it down. You may want to target up here. That's how it's reacting. So you have this gap there. But again, I'm looking for lower prices, so I don't want to buy this. I don't want to buy it. So the reason why I took it here as well, it's a breaker block, fair value gap. The wicks here breaks down here, looking for lower prices. Now again, this is why I was a little bit more hesitant to take it, because we fell short of this gap, but it doesn't always have to fill gaps. That's not the, doesn't always have to do that. Let's go to a higher time frame real quick. See, the fact that this thing be changing the lighting, I gotta change that because I can see it's dark. Yeah, we may want to take that out up into there, and then we just wait. We'll get a better, if it's gonna break down, we'll get a better fill anyways up here, more range. Okay, let us see. Check something real quick. Yeah, right now we're also at previous week's opening price and previous week's closing price was right around here as well. So for me, I thought that that was the way it reacted off of that. I thought that that was good enough. Now I could want to trade up into here again and then trade lower. I know we had news today, but I thought it was at 8:30. I didn't think it was at 8:45. This makes it look like it was at 8:45. Let me just check real quick. Friday. Yeah, so it was at 8:30, not 8:45. So that's interesting to me. Next thing we have is at 3. So I'm thinking this is the Judas swing up to then trade software. So we have buy side here, trade up into here. If we can close, we can trade up into here and then close down or close below it, up an up close candle. After trading up in here, I'll take the short again. And that's how I would anticipate this. Then the breaker block, take that one. So we took out that high. Here's a 1 hour fair value gap. Trading up into. So we have that level there. So ES is trading up into its gap. Okay, now I did that here. So how far and deep could it go up into? Not necessarily too sure, but we can check out where some ranges potentially could be. So you have the -2 or 2.5, but to me that doesn't really line up with anything that I can see. At least if you go to a higher time frame. You have a small gap here that could align. Let's go to a 15-minute chart. You have this gap here. Let's note that out. So there to here. So let's see what we get there. So that gap, potentially there, we could see a reversal occur there. We just have to wait for it. Obviously, if we run through that, then, you know, probably offsides. But I'm not expecting bullish prices today. So that's what I see on a 15-minute chart where price could potentially show some resistance there. We have this gap inside the hourly gap and a premium or discount of this gap, and we would expect it to hold or see some stiff resistance. That's why I'm just saying that if it's going to go lower. We have this wick. It shouldn't be running through all this. Now looking for body closures. The wicks can come all up here. If we close below, that's all that matters to me on a 15-minute chart. So this is the hourly fair value gap. It goes from here to there. And right now we're not showing any respect of it right now. So could just be outsides today. We're gonna have what, 3 minutes on the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart. We have 13 minutes. So we shall see. It doesn't look as bearish to me, but this to me just looks like running up of premium. That's what it just physically looks like to me. Like just the way price action looks. So we'll see if they can hold this. We'll see if that's something that they can hold. So there's no like we ran up above March price action again, trading up into a 4-hour order block. Hold on, let me do this swing again. It's tripping. So -3 went to the opening price of the 4-hour gap, -3.5. Trades up into a 4-hour SIBI again. So we'll see what we get here. Let's see what happens. But yeah, practice, by the way, yesterday I didn't get home till like 11 probably. I got home till 11. So pretty tired, not gonna lie. So this up close candle, I'm just watching that, see if we displace below after trading up into a gap and a 4-hour order block, which would make sense. It's 9:48, so I just personally think this is just a run against the Judas swing. That's what I think. Not a 15-minute chart. Let's look at the bodies. That's what I worried about or care about. I don't care about anything else other than that. So now I'm watching to see if we can trade up into this candle, because if we can do that, I'll take one more short. After that, then it's fine. So if we can trade up into this one more time, we might not get it. Like up into, let's just take this off for now or make it lighter so I can see. Let's do like 20% because I know what that is. So I'll take a sell here. Okay, well, we're trying to sell it when it was up above. Didn't give that to me. So stop loss is there. Take profit is down here below all of this. So if we can go get to there, we'll see if it can go. Well, we're not gonna hold it down there. It's fine. That's just the target. So That's what I'd want to see here. See if we can get this. If we can trade below this low, I'll take one off there, and then we'll see if it can go all the way down there. And if it can't, and it goes up higher and I'm just offsides, then your boy's just offsides today. And that's just what happens. So liquidity pool here. We have, would have liked a way better fill, by the way, but by the time I did it, just popped lower. That's fine. So we traded below this candle. Should be the order block, last up close candle into a daily order block with projection swings inside this 15-minute gap, which I was expecting price to hold, trade lower. If we were to trade up into here, that would be my expectation. This is the minus order block right here. The opening price, we close below it, trade back up into it, but this is just a fill I had. So stop loss is above the rejection, or right at the rejection block, and we'll see if we can trade lower. Again, we may not be able to. I could be on the wrong side of the market. It's tapping up into the 1 hour fair value gap right now. Would want to see that hold price. Don't really want to see it trade up any higher or any deeper into the gap. I feel like we've already gone up into it enough. And now we just let it go. Just let it do what it's going to do. I didn't realize this room was so dusty. All over my monitors, it's just dust. So we're back into where the order block is with the fair value gap. So I'm still trusting this with the levels, and we'll see what we get here. Excuse me. So the opening price here, and looking to see if we can trade below that initial sell side. So we had a nice initial reaction off of that up close candle inside that 15-minute gap that we got from, that's inside of the hourly chart. So we would expect that to hold price and that trade softer, because I'm looking specifically for shorts. Doesn't mean that that's what's going to happen today. I could be completely wrong. And typically what we've seen on Fridays, I tend to be wrong more often than I am right. But I would have liked for this to already have moved by now. We're not. So that's concerning, but we will see what we get here. So right now we are sitting in the macro time. Yeah, it's going to be a loser. I don't think it's time yet. Probably offsides. Should be stopped out. Where is it? 50 to 1010. I should have been stopped out. If not, it's pretty soon. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go lower at this point, because it should have already went from here. It should have went lower. It shouldn't have even come back up into this at all. Macro. So that's my thought process. Look at the intraday again. So we're at the regular trading hours open from yesterday. That overlaps with this. On the ES, we're way above, way above this. So I'm thinking I'm going to get stopped out here. Probably should have. I don't know why I didn't. But, yeah, I would have expected it to. I would have already expected it to run through this. It should not have come back up and ran too deep into this. But again, that's just my expectation. Because we've already traded and closed above mean threshold, which is an issue. Like, that is an issue. Here's mean threshold. We should not come up here on a candle body closure. So this is letting me know probably gonna end up losing this trade. Or I should have already. I don't know why it didn't stop me out. But I'm just doing that. So probably gonna lose this trade, in my opinion. On a Friday. So for me, in terms of like giving money back on a Friday, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it, in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see. What time is it? 9:56. Again, I would have already expected it to have dropped from here and not have even come back up into this candle at all. I don't think there was any need for that. I have no issue with it, coming up here, hitting this, in middle of it, minimum should have held it. And why I was looking for shorts, and don't know why I got stopped out, but hey, it is what it is. Why I was looking for shorts, because on a midnight price, on a midnight opening basis, we're in a premium. In terms of inside the previous day's range, we're also in a premium. So for me, it's like this running up, I think I could be wrong, but this running up to me was just buying or building in longs to then run it below this low. That's just my thought process on it. And overall, higher time frame, I'm looking for shorts. I'm not looking for longs at all. So that's just where I am. We have the 1 hour fair value gap here. This on a 15-minute chart. If you look at the 15-minute candle, I'm sure the bodies are showing us a different story. So, the 5-minute chart, it looks like that. 1-minute chart, it looks like this. But on a 15-minute chart, because that's where it's framed from, using this gap over here, to me looks more willing to, it wants to trade down here because it's inside of that. So that was just my understanding. Like, I didn't get stopped out. Well, hey, sometimes I guess that happens. I don't know. But yeah, it needs to start, displacing lower now. That's what it needs to start doing. We can't be hanging around below this low. It needs to start like showing that willingness that it wants to go lower. Because if not, then I'm probably like insanely wrong. Which is okay. It's all about money management when you're trading, not about how right you can be. That helps, but yeah. I'm telling you right now, I've had this. So we practice on turf, and I don't know if you guys know anything about turf. Me and turf, we're not boys. Every time, I don't like how there's no body below here, but every time I'm on turf, I always leave with different tattoos I've never wanted. So I had this one thing on my leg that has been literally healed since 2022. Well, yesterday, no one even tackled me. I just like caught the ball like awkwardly or weird or something, and I, fell. And like, you know how you can feel like you're potentially bleeding or something inside your. I don't like how we're not expanding below this low, by the way, just so y'all know. So y'all know where I stand. I don't like how we're not doing that. Ahead of the news, this needs to be like displacing. But now you can like feel yourself. You're in longs. Oh, maybe it goes up higher. I could be wrong. You could be right. I don't know. You took a 2 RR dub and done. That's nice. Yeah, hope you got that. You got that Dubski. I was just looking for shorts based off of higher time frame. 1 hour gap. Again, could be wrong on the day. But what I was talking about, like having tattoos that I don't want, is I had this thing that I've been healing since 2022, and yesterday it's back to there. So I have this like big opening gash on my knee right now. So that's obviously not fun. But yeah. W day, hey, that's good, man. Glad you caught the dub on today. Normally Fridays you do get some type of TGIF. The issue that I'm seeing is like we didn't have like completely one-sided movement in my opinion. That's why I wasn't looking for a normal, let's say, TGIF scenario thing where it's like, okay, we're gonna trade up higher into the range. I wasn't looking for that because of whatchamacallit, because it wasn't like one direction. Because to me, I think we're still consolidating on a higher time frame. I mean, you can see on the daily chart, but look at it in terms of here. We opened here, we traded up, traded down, and we're kind of still in the middle of the range from there to there. We're in a premium market. So again, I don't want to be buying personally. But again, I could still be wrong. Higher time frame could be want to come up here, but I don't see why that'd be plausible. But again, it still can. What was I about to say? So yeah, for me, I just felt like we've kind of traded sideways, honestly, this week. And with the hourly gap, we found the 15-minute gap that was layered inside. So that's why I was looking for, lower prices. Initially down here. Now, us trading up in here, I didn't think they were going to had enough strength to get up here. So that's again like maybe slightly impatient on this down here. I think we can go here. But again, if we take a loss up here, and this is ultimately where I think it's going to go, yes, I end up taking a loss, but this gives me more room to where I think it's going to go, let alone below this sell-side liquidity pool right there. So that's what it's giving me. So like I'm watching the 15-minute chart. So I have an intraday chart that has I think I explained this, but maybe some of you guys weren't on. I have an intraday chart that looks at regular opening hours prices, high and low the previous day. And then I have the midnight opening price. So it lets me know, are we in a premium or discount in terms of the day and then the previous day. That's what I have on another screen that you guys can't see. And I'm watching and monitoring that, as well as the higher time frame levels I have, like monthly opens and things like that. And so obviously if we can trade below here, that'll be good. And then this liquidity pool down there. So we'll see if we can get that. That's like a little flush from this 1 hour gap. Now, I don't want to see it be staying there a little bit too long. I want to see if we can start to attack this low here at 936. So if we can get down inside of this order block, that's when I'll move my stop up. I don't want to, if I take a loss, I take a loss. Like this just is what it is. This gap, obviously want to see that hold. Don't really want to see that get ran through. I'm trying to make it big enough so you guys can see. Because I know the screen's a little bit smaller, at least for me. So yeah, I want to see that hold. And we can get down to this order block, let alone the rejection block. I probably would see if I could take something off there. So that's just where I'm looking. That's just the thought process that I have for today. And honestly, if it can even get down here, it could just take everything off there. I think that'd be what? Yeah, like $600. over 1%. Honestly, might just do that. That's okay for me if it can get down there. Doesn't have to. Could be wrong. But if we can get down there, I'll just take it all off there. But this trading up that deep is not a good sign. But again, the bodies of the candles what matter. The wicks tell lies. So when you understand that the wicks tell lies and the bodies tell the stories, it tells you a totally different, it gives you a different picture of the market. Totally different picture of the market. I had this helmet on yesterday, I'm telling you, my temples, that helmet was squeezing my head. And like, it hurts to like touch here. That thing was too tight. Way, way, way too tight. I do have a feeling that ES is going to take out its 930 low, and NASDAQ is going to have an issue with that. I just have that feeling right now. Just looking at them. Just looking. And so if that's the case, I'm going to buy one off. If ES takes out its low and Dow's, NQ is not really showing anything there, then I'll do that. Because this low is sitting at midnight opening price, pretty much. Midnight opening price is right here. Notice how the bodies are respecting that right there. But glad you got a W today, teacher. Happy to hear that, man. I love it when people eat, man. I love it. Like that's the whole thing. Like I never really understood about the whole trading community. Like people be like mad when someone else wins or anything like that. It's like nobody's against each other. Like even if you took a long and I'm in a short, it doesn't matter. Like if you ate, cool. I'm happy for you. Like I really am. It's like I'm not against you and you ain't against me. But like people be making it more than what it is. So if we take out that low, I'm gonna buy one, by the way, on ES. If we're able to do that, it's okay. I'll take one off, and then I'll move my stop to break even, and not let the rest run down to there. So roughly be about $300 on the partial. So that's what I'm watching right now. The other one. But ideally, I want to see it run through this. Oh, I'm pointing on my screen like y'all can see. Ideally, I want to see it run through this low. But this price action after here, like it's spending a lot of time there. I don't necessarily like that personally. But I don't know if it's like kind of consolidating or holding to get people to think to long this and then build orders down here and then run it through. That's what I'm thinking what's happening because of the way the ES looks like right now. That's what I'm personally thinking. And so if we can take out that low, let me just put a marker here just so I can see that we take out that low. Just like shmoney. So if we can do that, then I'll take one off, but hit the bodies So it did trade below the bodies of the candle, but I want that low on the ES. And if it can do that and then if this starts to break down, I'll just take one off there. And then the rest I'll let go to see if it can run out that low. And the reason why I'm trading like this is because obviously I lost the first one. So I'm going to take partials. I'm also training myself to do that. So I think it's important to take money out when you can, because obviously you don't know every single time. And that's okay, right? You don't need to know. It's almost there. So I took it out. So I'll buy one back there. So pretty nice buy back there. Put my stop loss up there. And then we'll just let it go. Put it right above that candle. And we'll just let it go. And see what we get here. See if we can take out that 930 low, because we did on ES. So now, like, for me, I'm fine. I've paid myself. I thought ES was going to take out the low first, just the way that it looked. So now I've paid myself, and there's really nothing else that you can do here. Took about, I think, 150-ish back out of like the 200 loss, so it's not that deep. Full terminus would be nice, but if we don't get that, then we don't get that. The bodies on the regular trading hours were being respected, so I want to see us trade down to this 930 low with speed. Because if I was looking for bullishness right now on the 15-minute chart, I'd be sick right now, because I don't think it's not. We're sitting too heavy in this gap on a 15-minute chart, in my opinion. Way too much. But we just gotta be patient and wait. And again, below this low, we want to see some speed, or getting to this low, we want to see speed get down there. Obviously, this is like, just for me, it just looked like it was just building. So when I see that, I don't think bullish, especially when I'm bearish. And I see that, even if let's say I'm bearish and I see that, to me that is a sign that it's not, it's building premium, or excuse me, building discount. That's just how I see it now, from the things that I've learned. That's just how I'm looking at it. So we have a minute left. So like, if you look at the 15-minute chart, let's just look at that. Does this look very bullish to you on a 15-minute chart with this gap? Let alone we called this fair value gap that we should see turn on a 15-minute chart. I didn't care about the wicks. The wicks do the damage, but the bodies are telling it. Like, if you look at it like this, I think you can turn the wicks off in trading. So symbols. Oh yeah, turn the wicks off. Look now look how this looks different. You have this gap there, the bodies trade up to this candle, and notice how the bodies respect that. That's how I'm like looking at price. The wicks do everything else, but notice how where the bodies are closing. That to me is more important. And that was what I was expecting here. Once I lost here, my expectation was like, okay, well, where I'm looking inside of this leg to see where I could potentially see it turn. This wick, obviously it's there. It shouldn't have been all up in there. And this is where I thought or expected the bodies to show a reaction. That's just what I was expecting. So to me, can it come up here? Yes, but this just to me doesn't look bullish. This is like it's building, so then when it runs below this low, it's going to quickly do it in like 2, 3, 4, like 3 candles. That's what I see. hopefully we can do it pretty soon. You know, we ain't gotta be out here all day. But yeah. So we might have closed out we might have got our first dub on a Friday. First dub on a Friday. We'll be 1-3, but we'll take it. Hey, a dub is a dub. A dub is a dub. See, we're below the midnight open on ES. We're below the 930 low on ES. That's why for me, taking a partial is important. And paying yourself is even more important. So I want to start vlog. I'm gonna start. Well, I don't know when I'm gonna vlog. I'll say a practice. Like, you're not gonna see me practice, but you'll see me there. Maybe I'll talk to some of the. I won't say interview, but like show some of my teammates and stuff. If y'all are down for that, like, let me know, because I want to start doing some more of that stuff. The place I'm in though is pretty cool though. I'll show you guys that. I think I'm gonna actually put this here above this, and that's fine. Just close it there. If it wants to trade up above that, that's fine. Because we have an order block, we have a propulsion block that we've already hit. It should not come back up here. From where it's at right now, it should not come back up here to go down there. My thought process, if it's coming from right here all the way back up here, it must take out those. So yeah, we should take out this 930 low. Dang, it's just a little bit slower today. ES is melting, so this should start to pick up a little bit. Nice that I like that turning point that we got. Now the better trade, honestly, is at 10 o'clock, right at 10 o'clock, up into this gap after the bodies have kind of shown, trading up into here. There's a mitigation block, high, low, lower high, failure, gap, 10 o'clock, news event, trades up into it, run the built-in liquidity that's right below. So dub day, I got a W day today. WW. W's for everybody, and the W's in this shot. Y'all know that one? Y'all know that one? We hit the body on the 15-minute chart. We do have a longer wick. But for me, it's like, bro, like this, from right here, like if it comes all the way back up here before taking this out, it can have it. It can have it at that point. It's like, that's wild to me for it to do that. It'd be a really, really, really wild thing for it to do. So, yeah. We'll see though. I think it should trade out below that low before doing that. But the market is the market, right? Again, for me, after taking a loss, now let's say I didn't take a loss, I would have had 4. Like if I waited for this original entry, I would have had 4 up here. I would have taken 1 off there regardless. I would have taken 2 off here, and then I would have left 1 to see if it can trade down there. I wouldn't have put that on stream because the way that it's looking right now would just take forever. But I would have had waited for 1 to trade down there. That's just how I would have done it. It's like consolidating right below. Yes, there's a gap right here. Don't get me wrong. There's a gap right here. Gap there. A gap here. And yes, can it trade all the way up? And yeah, it can. I just would have never in a trillion years picked this level to then go up and trade up above there. But it can. It can do whatever it wants. Because it can have it. If it wants to go up there, it can have that. Because there's order block, propulsion block, fair value gap, rejection block. Like, there's so much above here. I wouldn't expect that to happen. Here's the order block that it could potentially trade up into. So, again, watching the wicks. If it goes to 10:30, like, I'm just gonna probably close. If it's not out before then, we'll just close it. 10:30 or like this, the stop loss or take profit. Something like that. Yeah, boy, definitely needs a nap before this practice. I definitely need one. I needs me one. Like, if I was a market maker and I was doing this move, this bounce makes it look like it's bullish again. Build more orders and then just run it right below this quickly. Quickly. 3 candles max. Just rip it right below all of that. That's a crazy wick on the ES on the 15-minute chart. It's pretty warm out today. What's the temperature like where you guys are? I think it's like it is 64 degrees right now. It's actually pretty warm. But at night though, oh, you can see your breath. It's like, are you sure I'm in the right country for this? See your breath at night. Yeah, 3-4 candles. I'm expecting this to run right through this. Just like show no resistance. Just looking at something. So 6 minutes, we'll have a 15-minute gap on the upside. Pretty much borderline a balanced price range. But we ain't trying to sit in all that. This all can just dump right. I'm just watching it, like, don't want to see this bullish candle offer any support. This gap and this candle have currently showed bullish support here and there, especially near this low. I would not expect that. It can't come back up in the OTE. Just checking the 5-minute chart just to see if we have any gaps above there. Currently, no. There's so much on this chart I can't see. You said a new tat? No. Nah, what I meant by that is turf burn. Yeah, I got turf burn. Let me see if you can even see it on my I'm telling you, that turf tatted me up yesterday. I can tell you that. I did get many tats yesterday. I got one on my hip. I got one on my knee. This one was bleeding. Where is it? I don't know if y'all can see. Y'all definitely can see it. You see that? I know y'all see that. I think it's right here. Yeah, that's the new tat I got yesterday. And I got 2 more that I didn't ask for. My fault, that's probably really loud. I didn't ask for any of those tattoos. But the turf decided to give it to me. I got them for free. A little bit of some, as my mom would call it, sweat equity in there. But, you know, they're pretty much free. Yeah, man, it's a cold world out here on the turf. And we've been going for an hour. Yesterday, I think it was like, what, 30 minutes? 40 minutes? That's just what's unpredictable about trading. You just don't know how long you'll be out here. I need to text one of my teammates and ask him for a ride. Real quick. Just consolidating below here. Again, 9 and ES, we're still below the lows, so I'm expecting it to just rake out these lows at some point. When it does it with speed, that's what I want to see it do. What's good, Lick Man? How you doing, bro? Or Luck Man? Maybe I've been saying it wrong the whole time. I don't know. I ain't trying to use your real name, so. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, guys. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, you got the boys in here too. Got the boys in here. Yeah, so we'll see about this one. The order block I would expect to hold, but yeah, I would have never expected this small gap down here, even though it is a balanced price range. Hold on, let me just take these arrows off because I feel like I can't see anything. There we go. This balanced price range right here would not have expected it to show this resistance and end up coming up here. Maybe like short term, like right now, the body's here and then scream lower after this order block. That's what I mean, I could see that. But not it supporting price here to go all the way back up there. That I don't see. Don't see that. But again, it's possible. Anything is possible. But yeah, where we are currently in price action, that's why I just have my stop loss where it is. Like if it's going to do that, it may not take out either end. Because we traded off an hourly fair value gap at the lower portion is where we want to see it respect. The 15-minute gap that we saw there did turn price. So that was nice. Here's 10 o'clock. Went up against getting bullishness and then breaking down. So, you know. But we'll see what we get here, you know. All I can do is put on the trade in. That's about it. Said it, look, okay, Lick Man. Okay, bet. Just want to make sure I said it right. Cause I ain't trying to have it all wrong. I ain't trying to do that. That'd be a shame, right? Saying it wrong the whole time. That's like being in class and then the teacher says your name wrong the whole time. It's like, bro. Dang, my bad. I didn't even realize this is off. My fault. That joint was so bright for y'all. Was a lovely fill. I mean, yeah. I should have got stopped out. I don't know really how I didn't get stopped out. But yeah, right there, 10 o'clock, right? This is the ideal trade. There's nothing wrong with this one. Stop loss, I guess, would have to be above the high. I had mine like right here, pretty much at the rejection block, like a little bit above the rejection block, which is fine. But see it trade up a little bit deeper than what I would have thought of, but we see how we didn't take out that high. It's just what I was not expecting to take out because of what we traded into. We displacement. This is displacement here. News event 10 drop. Now again, you don't need to take out the I took partials I think on this candle. I can't tell right now because of the things aren't on, but yeah, so we do have a gap here, and what I would want to see is ES trade up into the gap and NASDAQ not trade up into the 15-minute gap. Let's show you. Okay, let's just take this off. We know where that is. We know what that is on the lower time frame. We know what that is. Can take that off. Okay. Sell side we can take off too. So this is the gap here. Look at ES is trading up into it right now. Would ideally not want to see that, but yeah. So we'll see. I'm telling. This is way too much on my chart right now. It's just I can't tell what's going on. So I just gotta take all that stuff off. So again, here. Now if we're coming down here to go back up there, good for them. Not trying to be in all that anyways. But yeah, here's a gap there. We have this order block that it should not run through if it's coming down here. And yeah, so that's just pretty much what I got right now. And we'll just let it be. Let it be. So imagine you're trying to hold for this low. You'd be sick right now. I'd be sick. Ooh, I gotta put the execution sounds on. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. Cause that would suck. Honestly. It's like insanely loud, but yeah, that's traded like so deep into a premium. If we're even taking this high to this low. With that there inside of here in this opening price, I don't think it should even be there. I'm kind of hoping it tops me out, so then I can, go on with the day. But because if it comes down here and then start doing this, I'm just gonna just close it. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, see, I don't want to, I'm not like, once I move my, why is it lagging? Once I move my stop loss, I don't move it again. So like after especially if I've taken partials, which is right here, I took a partial there when I struggle. And considering how some do something a little stick figure, a stick and something. Take. Come on, bro. Bleed, bruv. Is audio better, or is it better at home, or is it better here? Because it's better here, then I need to fix the audio when I get back home. Because I haven't listened to it, so I don't know what it sounds like. Chilling. Hour 16. Come on, we just need to bleed down below this. Like, show no respect of any of this down here. Get below here, and let's start the kumbaya. We can do something about that. This is why also knowing your higher time frame charts is so key and important to knowing that a 15-minute gap is right above you. So if you see this price action, you're not thinking, oh, it's turning bullish, and then you try to buy it and then get raked against what your original direction was. Or I'm speaking from experience. That's why I'm telling you guys this. I would be like, oh, it's bullish now. Stop loss right below a low resistance liquidity on a signature. Smacked. And then I'm pissed. Then I'm pissed. That's usually what happened, right? So we need to go below this low. Like, we don't want to sit here and ping pong around this range. Oh, no, I did not enter at 10. No. Yeah, I did not enter at 10. I entered right at 9:49. It was a horrible fill. Yeah, it looks like a nice entry, right? It was a horrible fill. This, I was trying to trade it. I was changing the colors of this gap because, again, I had too much on my chart. Way too much on my chart. And so it traded up into there, and it was like up here. And then when I pressed the sell, it like filled me there. And I was like, bruv, horrible fill, but we'll take it. Horrible fill. But we'll take it up inside the wick of a 15-minute chart. We'll take it. Okay, so for me, I'm not going to sit here in this ping pong. I'm putting it right above this right there. So it should trade here and trade lower. Like, it shouldn't be coming back above here and running out this high. It traded up into a 15-minute gap. The low end of the gap is right here. And I'm cool with whatever at this point. We're not going to be ping-ponging around in this range, which it could do all day. I don't want to be in this. I don't want to be in it, so. The boys got things to do. We shall see what happens. I'll be right back, though. Hopefully it hits the TP and not my stop loss, but if it does, it is what it is. I'm frozen. No, I wasn't saying nothing. I wasn't saying nothing. If you thought I was saying something, I left and came back. Am I still frozen, by the way? Or am I good? You should be able to see me still. Bro, this ping-ponging around, my boy. Take us out. Make sure I still got a ride today. Because if not, I got a 25-minute walk to practice. 25-minute walk to practice, guys. If I ain't got no ride. Brother. Brother. What's my stew, bro? Look, man, am I still frozen? No, because on there it looks like y'all it's moving, so we're good. Come on, brother. We can make it. Come on, you can do it, man. I believe in you. I believe in you, NASDAQ. You can take out the low. Everyone has faith. Faith in the chat. Okay, so we're below this low. We should, like, smack it. Easily. This one, you know, you had to work today. Even if I didn't take the loss, I still would have had to work today. They're crazy. Saved by the Bell. Wasn't that a TV show? Am I still frozen? I hope not. Come on, get us out, my boy. Pa-ching. I'm still frozen? Yeah, you gotta be playing with me. There's no... Am I still frozen? Yo, everyone put a thumbs up if you think Lickman should be banned. Y'all give me a thumbs up. Put like ones in the chat. If you think that Lickman should be banned for trolling, let me know. We can work that out. No. There we go. Only took us an hour and a half, but we got it. We got it. There we go. No, I'm not frozen. Yeah, Lickman's gonna get banned next time. He's banned straight up. Straight up banned. Nah, I'm saying, nah. Bro, we gotta ban him. So I don't know how long we're gonna ban him for. We have to come up with that as a community. We'll figure out how long we gotta ban him, and then because he's trolling, right? We don't like trolls in here. Nah, I probably was frozen. I don't know. Wait, what does it say? Might be. Wait, I can't see. Man, this thing's annoying here. Since we're done, I can go like this. The weekend. Nah. It probably was. I probably was frozen, honestly. Because I turned the camera off, so it probably froze. It didn't turn off. I don't know what had happened, but nah, I'm just kidding. You're not getting banned, bro. I'm trolling you. Maybe I have to ban myself. Maybe that's what I have to do. So today we're kind of go over this recap and I'll hop off, and y'all gonna have an amazing weekend. Your boys got practice later today. Maybe we'll talk about that on Monday or something. But so we try to take the short down here. Now I was originally waiting for up here this 1 hour gap to look for price to trade lower. Now I did get, we'll say, faked out here with this. I thought it was going to go down. We didn't have any strength to trade up in here. We trade up into this. I thought that this was building a premium. I didn't think that we were looking for buys. Price came up here, closed below this down close candle. I sold it. It gave me a horrible fill. Came back up. Should have potentially maybe stopped me out. Didn't. It's fine. Broke down. Came up here. 10 o'clock. Here's the news. This is the better trade. Even though I was looking for turtle soup, if I wanted to add in, it was there. That's the add in to right here. We explain lower, consolidate massively, trade lower to this balanced price range. I think, again, fake people out, build liquidity below here, come up, and then rake against them. So that, and then ultimately was looking for down here. Just, I ain't holding for that, but that was a liquidity pool that I was looking for down there. And then ultimately down here, rejection block, sell side liquidity pool. Maybe we target that for the afternoon session, but since where we were and how price was trading, I'm not going to be sitting here all day on stream trying to wait for it to go down there. It's fine. So that was the trade for today. I don't know if y'all said anything because my OBS for whatever reason is tweaking. No, y'all didn't say nothing. Okay, cool. So yeah, again, this is the lower time frame. Like, this is where I was looking for price to trade down to. Probably can't see it now. This low, and we'll see if it gets there. I'll put an alert. I'm assuming it's probably gonna get there. It looks really, really clean level. So, all right, guys, I'll see you. Let me see when I'll see y'all. I mean, I'm gonna act like I'm not gonna stream on Monday. I will be streaming, but let's just look. So Monday through Friday we live. But next week I'm just trying to look to see if we have any heavy hitters. So we have PPI next week, FOMC. I'll be at practice, so won't be live for that one. So yeah, only thing we have is FOMC at 2:30, which would be a lovely thing to trade after, but I'll be at practice, so. Oh, Cap, no, I won't. I may stream that. I only have practice Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, so I may stream that. It'll be late here. But anyways. Yeah, so I'll see you guys next week. If I'm going to do a PM stream, it'll be up there. You'll see it on the thing, the channel. So, looks like we might even hit this as we're talking. Why couldn't we get all this before? But all is good, man. All is good. All right, yeah, so I'll catch you guys on Monday. Peace out. Y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy time with family and friends. Peace out, gang.